I'm David Gonzalez. I've been serving with Feed My Poor since the very beginning. I was born in Virginia, raised in Maryland. I'm Catholic. My mother's Catholic. She's a third order Carmelite. And they were very service oriented. So from a really early age, service was always something that was a part of my life. At the age of 18, I was really excited to just be independent and go on my own. And Pace University was where I went. Our school was located about a block and a half from the World Trade Center. After my first week, the planes hit the World Trade Center. I was in the dorms and we were told to leave because there was a gas leak. So we went out. I could see what was going on around me and it was complete carnage. It was just a sight that I will never forget. Immediately, I was exposed to all of that asbestos and all the smoke and debris. I was diagnosed with PTSD immediately. I was told that my vocal cords are burned in the middle, and I also have chronic cough. When classes resumed, it was not the same. People were different. I just felt this deep compassion, and I felt like I was called to help them, and so I did. I remember feeling like the earth stood still when 9/11 happened, but when the pandemic happened, the earth really stood still. I remember hearing not only from Father Ed, but knowing that there were some food banks that weren't open. There were shelters that were closed. Everything was shut down. Father Ed made an announcement during Mass. All he was asking was for support with Feed My Poor. Every time I recall 9/11, I always think to myself, like, oh, you could have done more. And then I stop myself, like, you did enough. Like, don't be hard on yourself. But it always comes in. So when Father Ed made that announcement, I didn't skip a beat. I was like, here's my opportunity to do this again. And I don't want to have these regrets. So I felt really honored to be a part of Feed My Poor from inception. Some of the people become just so overwhelmed with appreciation and gratitude. Sometimes I'm just, at the end, I'm just, whoa, what's your name? I'll pray for you. And they tell me their name, Bill. And some people have dogs and they end up getting to know their dogs. And, you end up building a relationship with them. And it's something really beautiful just to be a part of. Yeah, me and Huntington, right from the start, just became best buds.
I love him. He's been there for me. I've been there for him. He's my best friend. I was homeless, and so I had people come to me and help me. Finally, someone hugged me when no one would. That's why I do this.
Huntington is someone that's enthusiastic about everything in life. He started doing it and immediately he fell in love with the mission. And so he came along, he just became a part of the team and started doing it with me ever since. There's never going to be any way to really classify why people are homeless or transient because every single story is so unique. They could be like because of eviction, because of domestic violence and mental illness, drugs. Also, we have a housing crisis here in Los Angeles. There's just so many reasons. In our society, people are discriminated against because of the way they look, unfortunately. And you're treated better if you look a certain way, and you're treated worse if you look a certain way. So there's a lot of prejudice to people that have been living on the streets, homeless. People respond in a negative manner. These people are just like you and I. They're people that have just suffered negative experiences that have led them to the situation that they are now. But they are no different than you and I. It could happen to anyone. There are people that have the notion that nonprofits or charitable work for people living on the street, that there is this notion of enabling them. I sort of forgive them for the ignorance of that, but it's sort of like shame on them. If someone is starving and needs food and you have the ability to feed them, then you should provide it for them.
David Gonzalez has been amazing for 3 years. He's consistently delivered sandwiches to the homeless, and he would be the first to admit when you help the poor, you get more out of it than they do, because they say, thank you, God bless you, and that just touches your heart. That's why he's so consistent. He doesn't drop this. He's there every week, so I thank God for David.
We always treat them with dignity and respect, and that's what everybody deserves. It makes a big difference in their life. You see it immediately in the people that you're delivering to. You see their eyes light up. They can't believe that somebody is approaching them with, these food and these items that they need. And I'm just so incredibly happy and grateful to be a part of this mission.